getting into this space and starting your own company, building up your own brand, right? Not every person is really capable of doing this. It requires a lot of work, and certain characteristics. So, I wanted to ask you on your end, from your time of growing your brand and building out your community throughout this time, what do you think are the types of characteristics that it takes to become a project founder in this space?
Yeah, no, I mean, great question. I think the biggest thing that I've seen, or that I've come to believe, is basically, you have a ton of brilliant people. Talk to them. Like, get outside of your echo chamber. Get into a bunch of different communities. Talk to all the individual people that are building cool shit, and just um, do less talking and more listening. And I think that's going to serve you really well. I think it's very easy when you are, a founder, or, have a project, to get really, really obsessed with your own vision, which is great. Like, you want to have that kind of, drive. But I see, in some cases where that kind of, you start to push out everything on the sides, and you lose track of like what's really beautiful about being on in such a nascent kind of industry. And so yeah, I think not I think listening to people, surrounding yourself with incredibly smart people, and getting out of your own ways sometimes is, and that flexibility is going to be serving people really well.
Yeah, I like that a lot because it does take a lot of internal work to really build yourself up as a founder too, and as a leader in this space, and as a thought leader and as an innovator, right? And I love what you said. Like, basically, enjoy the journey and keep an open mind, right? If I can sum it down to an
Yeah.
extent, and also network, because it's extremely important. I mean, I have seen a lot of projects throughout my time, mostly from my experience on the DeFi side, where the founders were too infatuated with their vision, and they never even took into consideration what the community wanted, and that's what led to their downfall. I've seen it so many times, and you know, like they all say, community is number one in this space. And if you're not even able to really just take a step back and really look at yourself and what you do and how you do it and what people are saying, it can really damage everything overall. So I like that whole aspect, and also just the fact that you're enjoying the journey, right? Like, it's incredibly important to know that not everything has to be done today, and that you can't get things done at a certain time. That things do take time, especially how new the space is and how new the technology is, growing on a consistent basis. So I don't know if Richard, if you want to add anything from that too, from your experience being in the space for close to like 9 years now, but I think I would that'll be interesting to hear.
Yeah, I mean, I think the biggest thing that separates those that have done it from those that are, kind of still working on it, and getting there, is is really respecting time and knowledge, right? So the biggest thing is the ones that get to the top and are really doing it effectively. They understand that it's people, and it's who, right? It's not how. So you have the right people, you have a good system. Again, back on the whole data thing. Deriving from your community. What do they want? Giving them influence, not trying to control everything. Having faith, trust, and fucking amazing systems in place, right? I mean, the biggest thing is your system. Just really make sure that if you have the right people and the right systems in place, like, the sky's the limit.